Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm just going to do a talk about my training in the past week and what I've got upcoming. I'm just taking you along. I'm doing a little walk to kind of end the week. It's Sunday afternoon, May 15th. Talk a little bit about the importance of flexibility in training. I pretty well followed my plan, but I adjusted a little bit in some cases. Going into the week, I have now started trying to do kind of pre-speed work, kind of the beginnings of speed work, where I'm every 10 days I'm doing one tempo session, and another day in the 10 days period I'm doing a hill repeats. And then sometime in probably mid-June I'll start incorporating some traditional intervals or reps to try to get my speed up. I'm going to work on that a little bit this summer and run a few 5Ks. But in the meantime, I am still, because I'd done recent 50Ks, decided to squeeze in one more marathon. I'm doing that on May 28th, Saturday, May 28th, so 13 days from now. So my plan for this week, I had scheduled kind of like on Tuesday to do a tempo session, and then like today do a hill session. But then I said sometime between Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I wanted to do a 16 to 18 miler as kind of the last, keep my legs remembering how to run long distances going into that marathon. So for my last long run. Well, I did adjust things a little bit. I ended up running on 6 different days. None of them were real long. Monday, I went out to River Legacy Park with my wife while she was bike riding. I ran on the concrete trails out there. They're still heavily tree lined. It's pretty. You run next to a lake. They do have some dirt trails there too, but it was easier for me to keep up with my wife that's riding on the trails as for me to run on the trails. So that was a nice little run. I did about 4.9 miles that day. It was also kind of cool. Well, I mean, it was warm out, but it was kind of neat. I saw a little bobcat on the trail. They're so used to seeing people, they're pretty calm. And this one was looking pretty sleepy as he walked past me. I just made sure I got way over on the other side of the trail, because they are wild animals and you never know. And then coming back in toward the end of that run, I saw a big like cottonmouth, or they'll also call, I mean, it's big water snake, and they are poisonous, but he just was slithering across the path. And I tried to get out my phone to take quick video, but by the time I got my phone out of my pack, he had slithered into the grass and you wouldn't be able to see it very well anyway. So I did not get a picture of the bobcat or the snake. Tuesday, like I said, my original rough plan was that would be the tempo day. Well, I decided to slide my tempo day to Wednesday. And Tuesday I went out and I ran about 4.5 miles with my friend Michael and his dog Barkley out at the Horseshoe Trail in Grapevine. So I got in a nice, it wasn't real long, but a nice trail run out there. Really enjoyed that. Wednesday I did do my tempo run. I did just under 5 miles. I did 3 times 10 minutes at a fairly hard pace. Far from all out, but definitely getting my heart rate up a little bit and going hard for about 10 minutes. And I took probably 3 or 4 minutes easy between each of the 10 reps. either walking or light jogging during the break between the reps. But so that was a good tempo session. Thursday, I just went and did a 6.6 mile run, nice and easy. That was pleasant. Friday, I actually did not run, but I went out. I went and got on my treadmill and did an uphill treadmill hike for about 6.2 miles. Got quite a bit of vertical gain. It was a good workout. I know I reported last week on my treadmill being dead. I'll go a little bit more into that here in a minute. But I was able to use my treadmill and do that hike. Saturday morning, I had originally thought I might do my long run on Saturday morning, but we had to leave early Saturday afternoon to go to a wedding reception for my much younger cousin, and it's out of town away, so we were going to leave early Saturday afternoon, and we didn't get back till pretty late last night, Saturday night. So I decided not to do the long run because I didn't want to be too tired for the driving back and forth, which is about 2.5 hours, and then I wanted to be awake to see a lot of my relatives I haven't seen in quite a while. So anyway, that was a very nice trip. But on Saturday, I went ahead and decided to push up my hill training workout. So I went and found a nice hill. It's about 4/10 of a mile up. The first half is a pretty gentle climb, and then the last half gets a lot steeper. And I did 6 repeats of that 4/10 of a mile hill. The total workout was right at about 6.5 miles. It was a good workout. And then today I went out and, well, I actually just got on my treadmill because I didn't get up real early, and I did 6.3 miles on my treadmill. So that was my week of running. I ran 33.7 miles. I'm going to end up walking total of about 12.1, so just under a 46 mile combined week. I'm quite happy with it. My plan for my long run is to do it tomorrow morning, on Monday morning. It just all seemed to work out better, and I wasn't on a strict timeline for my doing the longest run. I just wanted to do it around this weekend so I can do a 16 to 18 and then still have almost 2 weeks to recover and be ready for the marathon on the 28th of May. Again, this marathon I'm going into with, it's going to be hot. I'm not running very fast these days, so I'm just going to take it slow, see friends, and tick the box on my what'll be my 98th combined marathon and ultra marathon. It'll be marathon number 51. But I just thought it would be fun while I have the fitness that I can do it, and try to squeeze in one more before I take the break for the summer. And then I'm going to concentrate, like I said, on trying to get a little bit faster over the summer. Speaking of kind of the longer term goal, it is to try to get back a little of my speed over the summer, run a few 5Ks, do a little bit more speed work. And then I'm going to, in studying the Jason Coop book and also what we learned in the USCA certified ultra running coach program, they suggest, they do say that speed work is good for ultra athletes, but they actually talk about going from least specific to specific. So they real often have you doing the speed work early in a training cycle, and then doing the longer and more specific, like hill training or long runs, closer to your long event. So I think that this is going to work out perfect, and that I'll go into for the summer while it's hot, I'm going to try to work on the speed, try to get a little faster, do my speed work, and then as we head into fall, I'll start doing longer stuff. and build up. And I think my goal race for the fall will be, again, the Perpetual Motion 24-hour, which is in early December. That'll be my goal race. I'd like to see if I can get 100 miles in 24 hours again, like I did in 2019. I was really happy with that. Probably take a shot and see if I can get in good enough shape to beat my 105 mile total that I had in 2019. But we'll just see how that goes. Anyway, but I'm thinking that it actually works out pretty good to do a little speed this summer and then transition to longer training. It should make for a good training schedule, in addition to being kind of what I would enjoy doing anyway. So that's kind of the plans. Speaking of my treadmill, I told you it died last week. Well, it did die. I'd spent a lot of time shopping early in the week for a new treadmill, but I was also trying to figure out what had happened to my old treadmill. I couldn't get it to come on. I did do a lot of research and kind of picked out what I probably would buy. But then I got to talk to, it's a Pacemaster treadmill, Pacemaster Platinum Pro that I bought in 2011. Pacemaster went bankrupt the month after I bought it, so my warranty is no longer any good. I ended up finding a guy that was one of the lead techs for Pacemaster, and when they went bankrupt, he went and started a business on the side, still providing support and repairing them, but he has since run out of parts. But I was able to call and talk to him, and he gave me a lot of things to try to see if I could get it going. The first thing is he thought maybe the button comes loose that you put the key in that allows the treadmill to go. Well, that was not a problem, but we ended up just figuring out that the breaker had flipped, and I didn't know where the breaker was, so he was able to describe where it was, and I was able to flip the breaker, and it came back on. But he pointed out that for that breaker to flip, that means you're pulling too many amps on the treadmill. There's too much stress. Something's going on. In researching it, and talking to him, determined that I didn't have enough lube on the treadmill belt, under the treadmill belt on the deck. And then went and inspected the deck and found that I had some wear on the deck. So really, to properly fix it, I need to replace the deck and I need to replace the belt. There are very few places that have the deck and the belt that fit the Pacemaster treadmill anymore. I found a retailer that does have them. It's $200 for the deck, $150 for the belt. But by the time you mail them and pay for shipping on a deck, which is cost a fair amount because they're heavy, and pay the sales tax and all that stuff, it would end up costing me about $450 US. I'm still considering doing that, but my wife actually doesn't think I should spend that much money to repair an older treadmill, because it would cost me probably another $150 to $200 if I call something to actually do it for me, or otherwise we're looking at my poor mechanical skills trying to fix it. But anyway, so I'm still kind of debating that, but for right now I just lubed it up really well and reset the switch, and I'm running on it. It's working right now. The treadmill may last me 3 more months, or it could last me 5 more years the way it is. I don't know, but there's definitely problems with it that I would have to put some money into to really fix it correctly. I'm a little concerned if I put all the money in to fix the deck and the belt, that just the fact that the electronics are 11-12 years old, if they go out, I'm probably out of luck. So I still may end up buying a new treadmill at some point, but I'm kind of putting it off for now. Anyway, those are my updates. I'm sorry I rambled on quite a bit today, but that's kind of what I've got for today. Like I said, I'm going to do a 16 to 18 mile long run to kind of be ready for the marathon in 13 days. I think it's Friday. I'll have planned a tempo run this week, and it'll be the middle of next week that I'll do another hill workout. But anyway, that's really all I got. I hope you're having a great week, and keep moving.